Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so let's dive right into our ultimate insider playbook for surviving and honestly thriving during the 2026 FIFA World Cup in Vancouver. If you're heading up to the beautiful Pacific Northwest for the absolute pinnacle of global soccer, well, you're going to need a really solid game plan to make the most out of your trip. Because, let's be real, if you're traveling all that way for the biggest sporting event on the planet, the real question is, are you ready to navigate it like a true local? I mean, it's one thing to score those incredibly coveted match tickets, but it's a whole other ballgame knowing exactly how to get around the city, where to grab a bite without totally breaking the bank, and, most importantly, how to dodge those massive crowds of tourists.
To get us there, here's the game plan for today. First, we'll cover a quick welcome to Vancouver 2026. Then, navigating the city. After that, we'll get into eats, sights, and photos. Fourth is your essential match day playbook. And finally, safety and insider support.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Welcome to Vancouver 2026. You know, the energy in the city is just going to be unmatched. The main action goes down right in the heart of downtown Vancouver at BC Place Stadium. But the party absolutely extends way beyond the pitch, especially over at the Hastings Park PNE Fan Festival, which runs continuously from June 11th all the way through July 19th. Oh, and definitely, absolutely circle June 18th and 24th on your calendar. That's when the Canadian men's national team takes the field, bringing an unbelievable home field advantage and a seriously roaring crowd.
So a crucial tip before you start swiping that credit card, plan a daily budget of around 50 to 100 Canadian dollars for food and transit. The whole point of this explainer is to help you maximize that budget, right? We want to make sure you aren't falling into those classic tourist traps and overpaying for the absolute basics.
Moving right along to Section 2, Navigating the City. Let's talk about getting around. When you're looking at your options straight from the airport, honestly, just skip the pricey Uber or rental car and hop right on the SkyTrain Canada line. It's really a no-brainer. The SkyTrain is way cheaper, only about 10 Canadian dollars. Plus it's faster, clocking in at just 25 minutes, and it runs constantly, like every 5 to 10 minutes. An Uber or Lyft, that's going to run you up to $40 and probably leave you stuck in traffic. And renting a car? Yeah, don't even think about it. Stadium parking is a massive, costly headache.
You'll be zipping right through these incredibly modern, efficient transit hubs, places like the Vancouver City Centre station. It's clean, it's safe, and it is literally your fast track straight to the stadium.
Seriously, do yourself a favor and just grab a Compass Day Pass right at the airport or really any transit terminal. For about 12 Canadian dollars, you get unlimited access to the entire transit network for the whole day. We're talking buses, the SkyTrain, even the Sea Bus across the harbor. It's fantastic. This setup will seamlessly drop you off just a quick 5-minute walk from BC Place, right at the Stadium Chinatown station.
Okay, on to Section 3, Eats, Sights, and Photos. Time to explore the city.
So, let's talk about our ultimate budget food hacks. Look, inside BC Place, a basic meal is going to cost you a small fortune. Instead, just take a short walk over to Chinatown. You can get incredible noodles and dim sum for literally $6 to $10. Or if you're feeling more of a pub vibe, Gastown has you covered in that $18 to $25 range. But you want to know the absolute best insider trick? Hit up Costco or Walmart the night before. Grab one of those legendary super cheap hot dogs and just stock up on snacks. That way you entirely avoid that brutal stadium markup. And hey, if you want to make all your friends back home totally jealous, you've got to plan your photos at the really iconic spots. I'm talking the Science World Dome, the Chinatown Gates, and the False Creek Seawall. Now, the real secret here is timing. You want to aim for the golden hour, so either 7 to 8 in the morning or 6 to 8 in the evening. This helps you avoid those super harsh midday shadows and, of course, the massive crowds. Throw your phone into portrait mode to get that nice blurred background, and hey, don't forget to use the hashtags Vancouver World Cup and BC Place. Actually, if you frame your shot just right from the False Creek Seawall, you essentially hit the Vancouver visual jackpot. You can capture the ultra-modern architecture of the stadium, the calm water, and those stunning Pacific Northwest mountains, literally all in a single frame. It is gorgeous.
Now for the main event, Section 4, Your Match Day Playbook.
Remember, this tournament is in the summer, so ditch those heavy winter coats. It is such a common misconception that Canada is always freezing. The temperatures are actually going to be a gorgeous 18 to 25 degrees Celsius. Do pack a light jacket though, because, well, rain is always a possibility up there. And absolutely wear your most comfortable shoes, because trust me, you are going to be walking well over 10,000 steps a day. Also, and this is absolutely crucial, pack a power bank. You need to keep that phone charged at 100% for your digital tickets, and throw a reusable water bottle in your bag to stay hydrated.
To avoid the intense stress of massive crowds, you'll really want to follow this timeline pretty strictly. Aiming to get there 90 minutes early to clear security, that is your golden ticket to a completely smooth experience. You want to be comfortably chilling in your seat about 30 minutes before kickoff, just soaking in that electric atmosphere. And then, after the match, just pace yourself. Give yourself plenty of time to safely navigate the exiting crowds, hop back on the SkyTrain, and then, go celebrate the results.
All right, bringing it home with Section 5, Safety and Insider Support.
Vancouver is an incredibly welcoming city, but you still need to stay smart. Stick to the vibrant, populated areas, places like downtown, Yaletown, and Gastown, and to absolutely avoid the common travel pitfalls. For instance, do not wander down East Hastings Street at night outside of the PNE area. Never flash around large amounts of cash, try to avoid walking alone after midnight, and always make sure you're using licensed taxis or the official rideshare apps.
Tech-wise, make sure you download offline Google Maps before you even arrive. Honestly, it is a total game changer. Then, once you land, just grab a Rogers or Bell SIM card right there at the airport. They offer the absolute most reliable local cell network coverage across the whole city, which ensures that your digital tickets, translation apps, and social media are always good to go.
Now, if you're the kind of traveler who wants a completely tailored itinerary, or maybe you need family plans to keep the kids happy, or just want a hassle-free airport pickup, you can actually message local Vancouver experts directly on WhatsApp. It starts at just $75, and you literally get instant, personalized local support right there in your pocket. Pretty cool, right?
So, armed with all these transit hacks, budget food spots, and the perfect match day timeline, you have essentially completely rewritten the typical tourist playbook. You're ready to start mapping your routes and hit the pitch. The only question left to ask yourself is this: will you stick to those crowded, ridiculously expensive tourist paths, or are you ready to step off the train and command the 2026 World Cup like a true Vancouver local?